Welcome into the video, everybody. Today we're going to be checking out the Jaguar skills available for the Spiritborn class in Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred as of my July 12th gameplay test at Blizzard headquarters. So without further ado, let's claw our way into the skill tree. Let's go. The first basic skill you get with the Jaguar is called Thrash. It's a basic Jaguar mobility skill that's fire damage and generates 8 vigor. You dive at an enemy and slash into it, dealing 13 damage. Your third attack unleashes a rapid series of slashes around your target, dealing a total of 34 damage. Enhanced Thrash says whenever you kill an enemy, your next Thrash generates an additional 10 vigor, up to 10 casts of Thrash. Accelerated Thrash says that Thrash will continue to unleash its third attack if cast again within 1.5 seconds. Selecting Sharp Thrash says that Thrash's third attack grants a stack of Ferocity, which is a new mechanic. Ferocity increases your attack speed by 5% per stack and stacks 4 times and lasts for 4 seconds. So, you can have up to 20% increased attack speed for 4 seconds. In the core skill tree, Rake is the Jaguar skill that you get to use. It does fire damage and costs 30 vigor to use. You conjure claws that rake through enemies in front of you, dealing 27 damage before exploding for an additional 54 damage. Enhanced Rake says casting Rake grants a stack of Ferocity, which again increases your attack speed and stacks 4 times for 4 seconds, to a cap of 20%. Advantageous Rake says hitting at least one enemy with Rake reduces the longest active cooldown you have by 5 seconds. Rampant Rake says Rake's vigor cost is reduced by 2 per stack of Ferocity you have, and remember, that stacks 4 times for 4 seconds. In the focus tree, the Jaguar gets to receive the Ravager skill. It's a focused Jaguar Incarnate skill that does fire damage with a 20-second cooldown. While you have this selected, you passively gain 2 minimum Ferocity stacks at all time. When you activate it, you unleash a Savage Roar, causing all of your attacks to trigger additional strikes, dealing 81 damage for 6 seconds. Enhanced Ravager will allow you to increase Ravager's duration by 2 seconds per kill while it's active, and the bonus is reduced by 0.25 seconds each kill to a minimum of 0.5 seconds. Replenishing Ravager says Ravager passively stockpiles any healing you receive up to a 40 stack, but while it's active, Ravager spends stacks to strike elite enemies an additional 4 times. So in English, it has a stack that continues to look anytime you get healed, and if you're hitting like an elite target, you'll hit them 4 additional times so long as you're pressing Ravager and you had stacks from healing. Measured Ravager. So while Ravager is active, your core skills instantly dash at your target, and all vigor generation you have is increased by 30%. And if you're not familiar, vigor is the resource that Spiritborn get to use. In the defensive tree for the Jaguar, you get Counterattack. It's a Jaguar defensive incarnate tag that does fire damage. It has 2 charges with a 15-second cooldown. Passively, you gain 20% dodge chance and automatically retaliate against close enemies for 109 damage whenever you dodge their attacks. And when you press Counterattack, you dodge all direct attacks for 2 seconds. Improving Counterattack, you get the Counterattack enhancement. So Counterattack's cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds per stack of Ferocity. And remember, again, Ferocity stacks 4 times for 4 seconds. Adaptable Counterattacks is whenever you dodge a control a pairing attack with Counterattack, it reflects that crowd control to all close enemies for 2 seconds. Reinforced Counterattack. So Counterattack passively increases your critical strike damage by 10% for every close enemy near you. Rushing Claw. It's a potency Jaguar mobility skill that does fire damage. It's got 4 charges, and the charge cooldown's 4 per 20 seconds. You slash a short distance through an enemy, striking all enemies along the way twice for a total of 68 damage. You can improve that with Enhanced Rushing Claw that says enemies that are hit by Rushing Claw take 10% increased damage from Rushing Claw up to 80%. Invasive Rushing Claw says whenever you use Rushing Claw, the last charge will instantly refill all charges by consuming 4 stacks of Ferocity. Poised Rushing Claw says whenever Rushing Claw hits an elite enemy, you gain 25% increased dodge chance for 3 seconds. In the potency tree, there is a potent minor node. Hitting enemies with Jaguar skills increases the damage they take from you by 0.1% up to 10%. Secondly, you have Furnace. It says all your Jaguar skills deal 2% increased critical strike damage per stack of Ferocity, and Ferocity stacks to 4, so that'd be 8%. In the ultimate skill tree, you finally get the Hunter. It's the ultimate Jaguar skill that does fire damage. It's got a 45-second cooldown and says you bound across the battlefield with the Jaguar Spirit, dealing 68 damage upon landing, and then rapidly slashing enemies in the area for 273 damage over 7 strikes. The Harmonious Hunter allows you to overfill the Ferocity cap from 4 to 8, and it causes you to deal 100% increased damage to injured enemies for 8 seconds. The Exalted Hunter skill says whenever you kill an enemy while the Hunter is active and present, you have a 15% chance to instantly reset the cooldown and cause your next cast within 8 seconds to repeat its 7 strikes an additional time up to 4 times. So that's all the Jaguar skills for the Spiritborn in Diablo 4 as of the July 12th playtest. As you can probably tell, it's a fast attacking class that wants to pounce and kill and eliminate its targets when things become injured. And it's very fun to play. It's very snappy, and you're constantly moving around the map fast. Jaguar felt pretty good, and I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Again, make sure to check the description where all the other class skills are broken down to give you a better, robust idea of what the Spiritborn looks like in Diablo 4. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope this is informative and helps you. Much love, and I'll catch you on the next one.